evening, everyone. Especially this growing Urban Cast family. I'm your host tonight, Jack, and today we have a special guest joining us, someone who's no stranger to making a positive impact on our community. He's a motivational speaker, barber, businessman, and he's now back in the music game with his son, JDup. We're talking about none other than Dwayne Dupar, aka Difference Maker. Tonight, we're diving into their latest collaboration, the highly anticipated single, uh, Sauce on It. It's not just a song, it's a statement. Let's welcome Mr. Dwayne Dupar to the show. Dwayne, thank you for being here tonight.
Man, thank you for having me, bro. It's an honor and a privilege.
Oh man, you back at home. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yep,
I
yep, yep.
appreciate you for having me, man.
Yep. And before I get started, I want to, I want to always take this opportunity to let young folk and the folk who are listening to us tonight. It's not too late to go register to vote in this upcoming election. They're talking about it's going to be a high turnout. But one of the most important things is get to know your candidates. That's really important. And whoever that candidate is, make sure you know who they are. Ask the questions now so we won't be talking later, is all I'm going to say out there. And again, Dwayne, I definitely want to say welcome. And I guess we're going to go ahead and dive deep right down into the question. Let's start by having you tell us a little bit about how Sauce on It came to be. What inspired you and JDup to finally team up for this track?
Man, my son released the song titled Speak My Mind a few months back.
Mm-hmm.
And people thought I was joking when I told them. I'm like, hey, I had no clue. My son was like deep into rap. Like when he was young, he used to play around rapping and say different things, And I never knew he took it this serious. But not only did he recorded the song, he engineered the song, mixed and mastered it. I was like, man, this is unbelievable. So when he dropped the song, our people, people started saying, hey, man, Duke, man, hey, Difference Maker, I think your son on your heels, that boy got balls. Man, y'all need to do something together. And so people don't know this, but I'm going to share this for the first time on your show.
First time on Let's Talk on our show. Damon not with us tonight. Go ahead. Say? Damon not with us on our show, but go ahead.
On y'all show. Mm-hmm. And my son asked me a few weeks before he recorded Speak My Mind, he asked me, would I do a song with him?
Uh-huh.
And I told him no. So for all the people out there that's asking, that wonder why I don't just rush to work with people or I don't get involved with everything, I told my own son no. Because I didn't think my son was on the level he's actually on. I'm like, bro, like I'm not gonna get on no song with you just because you my son. If the song not gonna have substance, if it's not gonna be, full of delivery, I'm gonna fall back from it. So I told him no. So he told me later, he said, Daddy, when you told me no, he said, you really kind of pushed my buttons and inspired me to show you that, like, I've been spectating and watching you all these years. And I wanted to show you that I'm qualified to be on a song with you. So I was like, man, you did more than show me. So people kept, inboxing him, inboxing me. They like, bro, you and your daddy got to do something together. And then here come LeBron James comparisons. Okay. People was like, man, they was like, man, your daddy is the LeBron James of music in Alexandria. Like people thinking right now, he should be retiring, but your dad is still nice on the mic. And here you are, this young buck coming up. Like, the city want to see if you really can get on something with your daddy. So me and my son came together and was like, hey, we do a song. We want it to be positive. Okay. We wanted to, we really want to highlight all the talent in Central Louisiana,
And it's a lot of it too, man. I didn't mean to cut you off. So
we titled the song Sauce on It because I think the whole world know like, don't nobody season food like Louisiana. I don't care where you go. I don't care who you know, what you say, what you think. Ain't nobody putting sauce on it like Louisiana. So we just want to show the world, exactly what we mean when we say sauce on it from a talent aspect.
All right. Your previous singles have both been hits. JDup, Speak My Mind, your own track, My Tears. You and I kind of talked about them a little while ago. You focused on mental health. How did your individual styles and messages come together in Salsa?
So my son kind of got that young swag, like the wordplay, like you gotta listen to my son verses 2 or 3 times. If your elevator don't just go all the way up high, like he gon' like he dropped one line in the song that my wife had to point out to me. She say, "Did you hear what he just said?" And I was like, "Nah, I missed it." And because I was too busy listening to the levels on the track, and I was too busy focusing on a mixing aspect, I was really kind of tuning lyrics out. And she was like, he said, DM So Nice had to make a copy and paste. He talking about Difference Maker So Nice. They made a copy and paste, which is me, JDup. I was like, man, say, hey, rewind that back. And that's how my son is. He kind of got the wordplay, that the young people like. Me, I'm more of I ain't gonna lose you with all the slurring and dragging and effects on my voice. I'm gonna give you the old school real bars. It's gonna have sauce on it. It's gonna have a meaning, and you're gonna be able to swag to it. Even though I'm considered a veteran now, I'm in tune with what's hot. I'm in tune with what's trending. So, man, it just came together like sauce in a pot for real. So I'm excited to share it with everybody.
Well, shoot, I guess that my age difference and your age difference and Caden's age difference, I really have a problem sometimes communicating with them because they're on a whole different plane, bro. It's all I can
sir. Yeah.
They're on a different plane. The song has been described with celebrations of lyrical ability and swag music without degrading women and encouraging violence. Why was this important for you and JDup to take this approach, and how do you hope it resonate with the listeners, especially young people? I mean, it's a big thing in this rap thing to say, hey, we're not going to, degrade the women and the violence that's going on.
So it was big for us because when I speak at schools, correctional facilities, or events, I'm constantly telling young women that, hey, y'all need to find music with substance. You don't like listening to men degrade women. I have a huge problem with that because women weren't put here to be degraded. Women, they nurture and bring life to the world. They carry and produce more life for us. So thinking about the world from a growing aspect, I don't want women to be degraded. So me and my son, we sat down and talked. We was like, we gonna push the narrative that you can actually have swag music with substance instead of degrading women, rap beef. Like, rappers dying every day behind rap beef. So me and my son, we don't want to, we not trying to rap beef, Even though I call the fathers out, the father-son combos out at the end of the song, it's a friendly challenge. You see what I'm saying?
No, I'm with you.
Yeah, so we just really want people to know. And like this rap that promote violence, like I wouldn't want to say something about grab a Glock, with a switch on it and then somebody go do that and somebody die. I don't want my blood on it. I don't want that blood on my hands. So we just wanted to keep it positive, man. That's the only way we can do it.
Yeah. And diving a little deeper into that, into that father-son kind of thing, there's a lot of conversation out there about family legacies. And just you kind of touched upon it a little earlier about LeBron and Bronny. But that could, in basketball, how do you feel about carrying that father-son legacy into the world of music? And I want you to just speak to that whole concept a little bit more in detail, how important it is to develop that bond with your son and say, hey, we're going to go do something together. It could be making this rap song or whatever. It could be, more in the yard. It could be almost anything, but creating that legacy going forward and the moments that are just priceless, bro.
So I made a post on the other day, and I said I couldn't imagine not being there for my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like when my son was little, I took him to all his doctor appointments. I took him everything, everything. My son, I wanted to be a hands-on parent.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to be, one of those men that I always have to ask my wife, like, "Hey, what's going on?" I wanted to be hands-on because absence in my life showed me what presence meant for my son. So moments like writing songs together, going to the racetrack, like me and my son, we deep in the cars. He's a car salesman, and when we do that, we bond. But we always try to point out positive things. That's how me and my son. That's how we rock. So when we thought about this song, it brought us even closer because my son was like, "Dad, I don't want you to hear my verse till I'm done." And I say, "Well, I don't want you to hear my verse till I'm done." And when we put them together, it seemed like we sat right on side of each other and wrote them. He
Mm-hmm.
shouted out some people from the city, name dropped some people in a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
I shouted out people from the city, name dropped in a positive way. And I was just about to tell him, like, "Hey, Jayden, I want to mention somebody." He was like, and I said a name in specific. I was like, "Jayden, I want to mention this person in my verse. I need to go make some changes." He said, "Daddy, just listen to my verse." And he actually said that person name in his verse.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Like, I'm getting chills right now explaining this to you because
Mm-hmm.
it's a true story.
Right.
So it's a good bond, but the message I want to send to any listener right now, with a son, with a daughter, I
Mm-hmm.
made a post on the other day. I said men are just important in their daughters' lives as their sons. So what I want people to know is my daughter behind the scenes critiquing me and my son. You see what I'm? She like, hey, she like the Pineville cheerleaders will listen to that. The Pineville cheerleaders might not listen to that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so like she in the cut critiquing us. So the bond is bigger than just with me and my son. It's a parenting bond, period.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever your kids are interested in something, I don't care what it is, just engage with them. Because being there is gonna make a difference.
Right, 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 right. Central Louisiana has an incredible amount of talent. We kind of talked about that. You've always been an advocate for uplifting, our community. How does South Sonny reflect your dedication to putting this region on the map musically?
Well, man, I have a cousin that rap named Bars. I
Mm-hmm.
promise you right now, it ain't too many people in the world want to see this dude on a track. Like he insanely gifted. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But around here, when we see another person that's talented, we compare ourselves to them, and then here come the hate, here come the envy, here come the jealousy. So what me and my son is trying to push with sauce on it is it's okay to shout out your favorite restaurant in Alexandria. It's okay to shout out a high school football player. It's okay to shout out, you know, the Facebook platform you go to for information. We're trying to let people know that it's okay to uplift your home city. See, I'm a
Mm-hmm.
Sagittarius. I'm,
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very stubborn. So when you keep telling me, man, you ain't gonna make it in your hometown ain't gonna ever support you, I'm gonna keep driving and keep pushing until my hometown one day be like, man, I'm pretty much a hater if I don't support difference maker. Like, this dude love everybody. He ain't speaking bad about nobody. He talented. This man can paint your car, cut your hair, build you a dog kennel. This man can, like, he can cook you a meal, and everything he touch gonna be A1. Like, what I'm doing hating on him. And so my son is very laid back, very quiet, nonchalant, ain't bothering nobody. If you got a problem with my son, I'm almost 100% you the problem. So what we trying to do is show the city it's okay to be positive. Like, we don't have to beef rap to get attention. We don't have to talk about somebody else to make people go download the song.
Uh-huh.
So what me and my son is trying to show the whole entire Central Louisiana is that, like my son said at the end of his song, "Speak My Mind." We trying to show people it can be done.
I hear you. It can be done. Just keep pushing.
It can be done.
Yeah, I hear you. What's the main message you want people to take away from Saw Sonic? Whether it's about music, the collaboration with JDup, or something bigger. What is the heart of this project?
That I'm old but still cold. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm playing. Man, the message we want people to take from this song is the fact that when we say sauce on it, we're
Hmm.
talking about Alexandria, Pineville, Central Louisiana type of flavor. Like you can't get this from nowhere else in the world. Like
Hmm.
this city is one of the most slept on cities. We the most overlooked. We got like a guy reached out to me from I want to say Canada or California, and he
Hmm.
said, "Man, I met somebody from your area, and they said anybody that can make it out of Alexandria, Louisiana, can make it anywhere." And so we just trying to remove that negative stigma. Like, man, it's too much. Soon as we see something like we got women here that can be models, but soon as people get to saying how nice they look, then here
Hmm.
come the other women that's mad you not mentioning them. Now they got like, so if people just would uplift somebody
Mm.
to the next level, you see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Then that person see me, like people always speak to me about other people in the area doing motivational speaking or other people, and I'm like, bro, I hope they make it for me, because if they make it before me, the door open for me.
That's right. That's
You see
right.
what I'm saying? I ain't mad if some listen. If I'm trying to impact a kid and another motivational speaker or mentor can reach that kid before me, you think I'm gonna turn it down? Nah, I want to impact the kid.
Right.
So we just the real message from Sauce on it is just, man, just open your mind. Open your mind to how talented this city is, this area is, and get on board. Cause if you don't get on board, you starting to look like a hater. For real.
Yeah.
It's too simple.
It's really easier than what a lot of folk think. But I think it's a lot of it's a lot of stuff that we got to deprogram ourselves on.
Yes.
All of us. And catch it. And because it's really easy to just go ahead and say, yeah, that brother got it going on. And sometimes before we'll do that, we'll look at the negative. But I applaud that effort. On a personal note, have you been known for your motivational speaking and community work? How does those passions intersect with music? And how do you use both platforms to inspire positive change? And I want to I'm gonna go ahead and also say this. I really believe, difference maker, that the way that we can reach our youth in our community right now and really make a positive change is through the arts. I'm from the science arena, and but I know reading, math, and all that kind of good stuff is really important, but it's something about the arts that you know a person can go in that back room. It's like you talked about your son. He went into that back room and he came out there producing his whole lyrics, and you didn't know nothing about it, and he shocked the heck out of you. But it was that arts background. It was his desire to do it, and he did it on his own because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and what coming out of that was what he was trying to make of it. And so, you know, again, I kind of went off on that, but how does those passions intersect, and with the music and the motivational speaking?
So the paths intersect because when you spit certain bars on a rap song,
Mm-hmm.
people that can resonate with it
Mm-hmm.
form a relationship with you.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, my song "My Tears," on the part when I say nightmares every day, it started. It feel like I basically say it in the song. When I wake up, it feel like when I go to sleep, it still feel like I'm woke.
Mm-hmm.
Nightmares every day. I'm starting to question what I know.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, you listen. I can't tell you how many young people have walked up to me and they like, difference maker. Man, when you said that part about nightmares every day, they was like, bro, man, hey, you spoke to my soul. So it's the line in that music that draw a person in. And then once you draw them in, they like, oh, I can relate to Difference Maker. I thought he was just some mentor, some guy that fuss at people who mess up, or some guy that try to keep people on track. Bro, this man really have the same issues as the next person. Like in the song, when I say you gonna need a beach towel because you don't have enough tissue to wipe these tears and fight these fears. Kids like, oh, he cried too? You see what I'm saying? Now, that kid that's walking around looking like a troublemaker, Difference Maker don't seem so lame to him no more. Because, you know, the kids look at us like we lame. Anybody that's providing structure, you see what I'm saying? They like, man, I don't want to hear that. But when they see that you real, and when they see that you know different than them, now instead of you having to reach for them, they reaching for you. So that's how music correlates with the motivational speaking piece. It's like I could say certain things in a song and it will touch somebody that can relate. And once I compile the message, it's a whole motivational speech just put over music.
Well, look. I just want to let you know we've dropped the piece, so you can go ahead and let everybody know where they can go find it at if they want to go find that song. It's already out. I think it's out there. Let me just double check and see. I released it as process, and I put it that way. Maybe I ran my mouth a little too soon, but just in case. Yep, it's ready to go. It's ready to go. So. My next question to you: what can we expect next from you and JDup? Is this the beginning of more collaboration, or is this a solo project? It's going to be the only one. What should we be on the lookout for?
So, man, it's in the hands of the fans.
Okay, all right.
It's in the hands of the fans. If they request, if they demand more, we coming with more. So. A lot of people often inbox me when they hear my music and they like, bro, we need more real music. Like, I ain't trying to listen to some of this new stuff they doing. Like, bro, I can't even tell what them little dudes saying. So they like, bro, I need real music because I'm still listening to songs from 1995. You see what I'm saying? They like, bro, I need some up-to-date new music that I can relate to. So it's in the hands of the fans. If the response is how we anticipate, it's gonna be more to come. My son, he laid back, he quiet, so he really like, Dad, I'm just doing this just because you asked me. Like, I ain't even tripping. But when my son was 2 years old, he walked up to me. This is the God honest truth. He say, Daddy, my Escalade ain't working no more because the battery gone down too low and he was 2.
It was 2, huh? So
we just had to put his power wheel on the charger. So my wife, my mom, and my brothers, people that remember that, they was like, we don't see why you so shocked, man. The man told you a rap verse when he was 2 years old. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's crazy, but if the fans want more, they can get more, And of course, if it start turning into that big deal, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Man, I got so many songs on deck right now, it's crazy.
Wow.
Like, I'm telling you, I just don't put it all out there because, man, I stopped rapping when I turned 30 because I was like, I'm too good to be rapping for free. I'm better than your favorite rapper. So if he getting paid and I'm not getting paid just because I'm from Alexandria, come on, man. Like, people was like, bro, if you was from anywhere else, you would have been blew up. But see, I don't like buying into that excuse. I want somebody from Alexandria to blow up. Man, they got some talented rappers from Alexandria. And I ain't going to get to saying names because I'm going to leave somebody out. And tomorrow, so I'm just going to tell you, it's more than 5 rappers that I know for a fact right now from Alexandria. If they get they shot, if they get the right ear, they out of here. I know this because I listen to music on a different level. You can't just say anything to me, and people ask me all the time, bro, what you think about my song? I'll be like, bro, keep working. You see what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you.
So that's it right there.
Let me hear their music, and I'm like, bro, I can't believe you ain't done made it, So
right.
It's crazy, man. But I really want anybody from my city to do something so big to they could change things. We need dealerships named after people from right here. You see what I'm saying? We need sports complex. We need a sports complex named after somebody from right here. You like we need that. We need a gym. When I stayed in Fort Worth, Texas, it was a gym in Arlington off Green Oaks Boulevard. This gym was 24/7. I'm talking about you open the doors, go in and hoop whenever you want to. It was basically just like Broadway, but closed in.
Closed in.
Ain't nothing in there for you to tell. Ain't nothing in there for you. It's just lights and basketball goals and cameras. Why? We need that. You see what I'm, because these kids, if they want, okay, let me slow down. What you rather at 3 o'clock in the morning, a basketball session or a shootout?
Yeah, look, I can sleep much better. With
so we need that, and putting people on, putting the right people on. Man, when I hear certain people from here and I see their talent, I'm like, bro, it's just sad that we can't come together and put this person on.
Yeah, man. Yep,
I'll go last if the whole city think I'm talented. If y'all think I'm talented, let's put whoever else first. I can go last, as long as I get me. Because it ain't never about me. So if we gotta do it, if we gotta do it in a certain particular order, I'll go last.
Look, whatever it's going to take.
How much better can I make it, man? How much better? And that's the God honest truth.
That's right.
So I'll go last. I don't have to be first. I'll go last. But just know, if something happened to me, my whole family know what my tombstone gonna say. Remember the difference maker. Together we all can make a difference. That's all I care about.
That's all you care.
You even gotta put the date on my name on it. That's all I care about. So like that's in stone. But I want people to know that I'm a firm guy. I might come across as, you know what I'm saying, too firm for some people. But my goal, my approach is always gonna be led by love.
That's right.
And that's it, man.
You're almost starting to sound like Ruby Smith, bro. You know who I'm talking about, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
All right. For anyone who hasn't heard Sauce on it yet, where can they stream the song and how can they stay connected? Now, of course, we just dropped it over here on Urbancast, but how can they get to it?
Man, the song is on Pandora, Apple Music, Spotify, basically every platform, YouTube Music. It's on every platform. So if you one of them Android people and you talk bad about the people with Apple Music, then you go to Spotify. But if you one of them iPhone people and you bashing the people with Spotify, see, look how easy the world divides us. Some kids told me at a speaking event, they say, Mr. Difference Maker, you the best speaker that ever came to this school, but you need to get rid of that Android. That's what some kids told me, about 11, 12 years old. And then my boy, Alex Orangechuck, from KLB, he say, Difference Maker, man, you need an iPhone. He say you never gonna blow up with that Android. And so I got an iPhone and things still going about the same. So guess what I know? It don't matter.
Look,
I need support more than a certain type of phone.
Look, we brought KLB up over here. We need to tag Alex and let him know he's still being talked about over here.
Oh yeah, that was my boy there, man. I'm talking about me and him would have so many conversations off the clock, like for real, good dude.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, yes, he did. He was a real good, cool kind of young man, for sure. Before we wrap up tonight, Difference Makers, I want to remind everyone that the election is in about 60 days away on November the 5th. This is a critical time for our community. As you go, I'm going to go off of my script right now. As y'all know, last week was one particularly challenging week here. But I also want to say this as in closing. I was glad to have this conversation with you because it kind of uplifted me, believe it or not, covering some of the stuff we have been covering this week and some of the things we've had to write this week. You know, this was an uplifting conversation. So I want to say thank you.
If I can be the reason somebody smile, man, I can rest well at night.
Yeah. I want to definitely say a huge thank you to all of the followers who are tuned in tonight, and of course, a special shout out to our sponsors: Math Makes Sense, National Auto and Tire, Saddlers Towing, Long's Preferred Products, and the Peter Williams Campaign for Congress. Your support means everything to us. And difference maker. Before we get out of here, did you have anything else that you want to say before we get out of here, man?
Man, I want to challenge everybody to let's shock the world.
Mm.
Like, let's find that one person. Let's find that one person that's from where we from,
Mm-hmm.
and let's push them out of here so they can come back and do big things. I'm speaking right now from a deep place in my heart. Like, let's find that one person that we can all get behind. It don't even have to be me.
Mm.
Let's just get behind that one. Let's just support somebody. So, see, numbers, the deeper I get into this, numbers matter. Y'all think I get on social media and cry for likes, cry for shares, cry for comments? Well, when I reach out to these companies, it's companies out there that book speaking events for you. You don't have to move a muscle.
Mm-hmm.
But before that company will do business with you, they want to see a certain level of engagement.
Right.
And that's
Right.
where I'm trying to get my numbers. So when you think watching my video not hitting the like button is not hurting you, it's hurting me. Because
Right.
I need the numbers, because the people that can send me all around the world for paid speaking events, they need me to have a certain level of engagement. So
Right.
that's why when I see other people, content creators, people from my city, sometimes, man, when I hear enough good stuff in a video, when I hear the concept, I hit the like button and start commenting before it go off. It's just a simple form of support. It don't cost me nothing. So let's just come together and quit saying let's come together. Man, when people say let's come together, I be ready to lose my mind. Cause
Right.
when we gonna do it?
When we're gonna do it, yeah.
That's my last words right there. When we gonna do it?
When we're gonna do it? It's time. You know, the true thing is, it's time for action now. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's time for that action. And you know what? I concur with you too, difference maker, on that concept of you know, how you can tell whether the messages that you're talking about get out. The numbers, you know, some people be saying, hey, yeah, you are concerned about the number. Yeah, I want to make sure that I'm talking about the stuff that you guys want to hear. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I want to make sure I have built, you know, a path out there to piggyback anybody's message along with whatever we're doing over here. So that means a whole lot to us. You know, and we like to say, you know, if you want to support us, hit that share button, hit that like button, make a comment. Your comment, you know, in our case over here at Urban Cast, it don't have to be what we agree with, but we want the community talking. And so what we've done is we've built that platform, just like you're saying, to say those engagements matter. And you know, and to those people who are future advertisers out there, if you go out there and you compare our engagements to other folk, you can see where the people are having that conversation at. And you know, and again, it was really important because we actually saw that as one of the weaknesses in our community, that the ability to actually communicate with people. And so that really became important. I'm glad to hear you say that. And you know, and when we see our small businesses out there that, you know, that are selling, you know, a new product, you know, have food on a food truck, or, you know, have a new business that they have, the best thing that we can do for those new businesses out there is to share their information, comment on it, you know, do something, you know, give them a call and give them a feedback. That means a
Yeah.
whole lot to all of us out there. So I
Well,
appreciate you pointing that out tonight, man.
yes, sir. And since you released the song first on your platform, hopefully when my favorite restaurant in the city hear
Hmm.
me drop that line, raw onion, they
Well,
might
you,
want to advertise with you. So hey, see with me, man, it's all about building,
yeah, man, it
building,
is.
building, building. Like I'm about balance, man. We got enough people being negative. I want to level it out with positivity.
Hmm.
And I see people commenting, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I appreciate everybody that take the time to support me, because you don't know what it's like to be out trying to sell CDs. That was me 15, 20 years ago. And people walking up to me, they like, nah, bro, man, I ain't got money. And you just watch them leave the concession stand. They thumbing through hundreds trying to find a 20. Then you like, hey, you want to buy a CD? They like, nah, bro, I don't got it. So I know what it feels like for people to blatantly not support me. You see what I'm saying? So it's cool, but man, if we just apply balance, stay positive.
Right.
It gotta happen, but I just want to be around concrete people, not comment people. Like, let's get on the concrete, let's walk, let's talk, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
And I'm good. So, you know, I fall back from all the playing. Like, I'm tired of little kids play games. I'm a grown man. You see what I'm saying? So I fall back if it ain't no impact coming, you know, with my message, or if it ain't something tied to it that's gonna make things better for the kid or the school or whoever I'm working with, man, I don't have time to waste. I'm on a mission. You see what I'm saying? So
look, man, look, I hear. Look,
like,
Daniel, Steven, we hear you 100%.
Off the clock, I love you to death, but when I'm in business mode, like, don't try to break my business. My business stride for no foolishness, man. Because you're gonna see a side of me you ain't gonna really like it, but it ain't gonna be personal. You see what I'm saying? I'm
I get it.
Guy.
but is that sheer determination to make it that you know you just got to keep on trying, man. Keep like what's that? What I used to tell my little boy a lot. You know, like Thomas the Train. I think I can. And next thing you know, he was over that hill. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So that's the attitude that we got to have, and you're 100% right. You know, when we see, you know, our small businesses out there trying to do something, we got to constantly be pushing and pushing and pushing. I like that attitude. Just let one person get out, because you know what? If one person get out of this bucket that we in, the second person can get out of that bucket, and the third person. And you know, before we know it, it's just I think I can, bro. But look, I guess the song is out there. Go ahead and tell them, you know, it's dropped right out there. It's so when they get off of this live, what we need them 16 people who are still with us right there right now to do is to make sure they get out there and go share that the new single that's sitting right there on the Urban Cast, and then encourage your friends to share it, and let's see how it get around, man.
Yes, sir. Let's see, man. I think it's gonna do good. I'm thankful, man. I appreciate you again. Appreciate you guys again. I'm still waiting on them T-shirt sizes because they gonna be on.
Listen at you.
I text you the other day. I'm waiting on the sizes.
Yeah, that's right. You did. But man, it got busy at the end of the week.
I know, man. I know.
Look, it did. And I'm gonna say to everybody, make sure you listen to it all the way to the end. The last couple of words at the end. Just make sure y'all listen to it to the end. And then, and just let us know what it say. Maybe there might be a special surprise out there for somebody if they go ahead and listen to it all the way.
Yes, sir. Might say somebody's name you close to.
If
that happen, tell them to send it to them.
Send it to us. Let us know, huh? Yeah, but I hear you. Well, man, we're going to go ahead and end this live again, y'all. We appreciate y'all for bearing in there with us this evening. We greatly appreciate it if y'all share that music, and let's move forward. Have a good evening, everyone. Hang on in there, difference maker.